Give it just a moment. Want to make sure the mic's working. Because why would I have checked that beforehand? That one. Yep, okay. Good on that front. So, let's just go for it. Potato 17, follow tree. Thank you, ma. Alright. Pop, pop. Let's go. Velvenor. I think last time we finished off the general and that was the end of our thing. Which means we should be into Area 2 now. Or at the very least getting there. Oh, yippee. Interruption resist when casting, speed of sequence of spells, magic points. Oh. Sheets of crit, duration of effect. That would be good, honestly. For next level, but yeah. Points. Goodness. Don't have much of a reason to use any of those. Wise would be good. But so would these. Healer, alchemist, apothecary. I really want apothecary. Alright, let's build up points.
Do you think we should listen to Prince Arundel and go with him to Carlthas?
The great elven army and what is left of the human army in this part of Vertial are now gathering at Carlthas. Separately, none of these troops stood a chance. But united... well, in any case, it's the only hope we have left. Reinforcements from the Freeborn Blades and Red Scribes will help. And so will you, from what I've seen. And even if I don't approve of all the strategic choices made by my sovereign these last few years, I think he'll rise to the occasion now that he can no longer retreat. He knows the lands around Carlthas perfectly, so I'm sure he will bring the battle.
Welcome in, little buddy.
Favor us. And since you're curious to know more about what happened to you, my people's scholars are famous. They can surely help you.
You've got it all figured out.
I believe we can manage to hold the Deadwalker army back this time, though it's a bit early to start celebrating.
And what have you?
Do you think we ought to follow the prince to Carlthas?
If you want to get to the World Heart, we'll need to go by there. But the Prince's company seems both unnecessary and dangerous. Believe me, I know his type all too well. Invested with a mission, he is soon overwhelmed by, probably named by some obscure prophecy. In the name of his family, or because of an idealized vision of his future duties as sovereign, he will give his all. In other words, all his imbecility. Chasing after glory and honor, unprepared and unprotected, he will only lead us to disaster.
Seeing the shit we're in,
You
I don't
know?
think he's doing it just for the glory. He's got an interest in having everybody survive.
And in making it look like everyone has survived entirely due to his talents, and not those of a mercenary who can produce flames and defeat a general of the Deadwalkers. Do you really believe he wants you around just because he enjoys your company? Not to mention the increasing threat implied by our friends dressed all in red.
What do you suggest we do?
When we get to Carolthas, we better give them the slip and head to Blackfrost's domain.
Why should we go down there?
Because those lands are positioned quite close to the city of the elves, and like all the lands of the Ice Lords, it's a point of entry into the World Heart.
Arundel wants me to go with him to Carolthas. What do you think?
You should go with him. Carolthas is our only hope for now.
I don't remember who to talk to actually progress this.
We would be safer there. Both the human and elven armies are gathered there, and I believe you may find some answers there also. The elven sages are some of the wisest people on Vertial. If anyone can figure out what has happened to you, they can.
It's pretty obvious what happened to me. A demon has somehow gotten into my head, and now I gotta live with it.
Good morning,
This
Ymir.
does not worry you?
Polyworking? Interesting.
All I know is, I'm a lot stronger since this demon possessed me.
For now, all you seem to care about are these newfound powers, this presence that makes you feel stronger.
I assume it's meant to reference working multiple jobs.
Have you noticed how much you have already changed? I fear that soon there will be little left of Vulcan. In any case, you must find out more about this thing. You must go to Carolthas so they can examine you. I believe you must find a way to control this thing, or even rid yourself of it before it's too late.
What do you intend to do now? We can't stay here.
I have to talk things over with the other members of my order. But we planned on going to Caralthas. And I think that is still the best idea. Everything that is left of the
It's God King, got it.
If we join forces, we should be strong enough to hold out.
Well,
against
welcome
the
in, God King. So it's not your sister today?
company only ends once there anyway. And I doubt your captain wants to break it. What's more, it might be an excellent opportunity to learn more about your guest. The elven sages are famous, and their library holds many reference books. And I suggest, until we should learn more, that you neither listen to it nor obey it. I think it's lying to you, manipulating you, and that it has other goals than just our survival.
Prince Arundel is asking us to join up with his forces in Carolthas to fight the Deadwalker army. What do you think?
For years now, the knight has fought in many battles and with many different armies. The generals, the kings,
Wow.
and the chiefs of those armies were usually ready to sacrifice the lives of their men
Interesting.
with no remorse in order to win. If the mercenary goes to Carolthas, this prince will use him for his own purposes.
It's corporate talk for a description of me.
He cares for nothing beyond his
Alright, have
own
fun. Go
If he is faced with the Ice Lords, he will turn and flee. as
feed
did
the
his
animals.
brothers
Stay
before
here.
him. The knight is weary of these doubts and petty thoughts. He wishes to return to the attack and strike the Ice Lords at their very hearts. If he was in the mercenary's place, he would listen to the demon and follow its plan. And he would like to know that he would not stand alone in this final battle.
We'll be able to break camp soon. Where's our next objective?
For now, we're going to stick with the Red Stripes. They haven't paid us yet, and they won't until we reach Carolthas. In any case, that's where we're headed. I sent Wolf on ahead of us a few weeks ago to see if he could find fresh volunteers for us. But I don't think there's much hope of that. This war is looking worse and worse for us. In 10 years fighting, the Deadwalkers haven't lost a single battle. I suppose we can hide for a while. But considering what's left of Vertium, that would be like hiding in a pile of ashes. We have to come up with some alternatives. And for now, I can only think of one. The demon. For the moment, it's the only camp we have left to play.
Thy captain is less stubborn than thee. Methinks I should perhaps have chosen him as a vessel.
He is the best weapon we have. Since he's been with me, we've beaten a Juggernaut and a Deadwalker general. He could be the thing that changes the course of this war for us.
I never know if it's you or it that's talking to me. But I feel like we have the same goals. So let's go to Carolthas. We'll link up with our brothers in arms and try to find a way to access the World Heart. I'm not going to pretend this is the best plan I've ever made. To tell you the truth, it's not even a plan. But I guess we're going to have to defer to this demon.
Yep. Alright.
I can't just leave. The Prince is waiting to hear my decision.
And where's the prince? Relmar's not the prince. I can't go up there.
I can't just leave. The Prince is waiting to hear my decision.
Oh.
There you are at last.
I swear to God you weren't here
Make your
earlier.
decision.
I will
I
fight.
will fight with you at Carolthas. Your army may be our only chance of victory.
Idiot, thou hast sentenced thyself to death.
I don't actually know what this entails. I don't think I've ever chosen this path. I always choose the other path because it's very clear what's necessary. There's a chance this takes us somewhere else and we get locked out of Bone Boy.
And now?
Now we will go with the others to Carolthas to swell our ranks, combine our forces, and face the Deadwalker army on equal terms.
Equal terms. Because thou hast slain a vassal far from his master, do not presume too much upon this body. Now draw close to the domain of one of these necromancers. Faced with his power, 1,000 soldiers more or less will make no difference. The power to slay this vermin lies within us. But it cannot be used from such a weak vessel, nor can it even be protected from those who covet it.
I am more and more powerful.
Yes, yet still not powerful enough. And this city is of no interest. A necromancer will lay waste to it with a wave of his hand. While he tarries, thou must make haste to reach his palace.
You said that I lack the power. I will not throw myself into the wolf's jaws.
When thou returnest to the World Heart, none will stand before us. Thou wouldst already possess the power to destroy this sorcerer and his like, if thou hadst but allowed the evolution of this useless body. Look upon thyself. Thou art duped.
Vulcan, have you seen something?
They use thee.
Yep. Of course they do. Hmm.
Coming, Vulcan. Your captain will be wondering where we are. Huh? Yes, of course. Let's go.
There you are, sire. Right. Change of plan. Seeing how cold it is, it will come as no surprise to you to learn that the dead walkers have already been here. They're still close.
We must rejoin my father's army as swiftly as we may. I think we already found them. Take a look around us.
There are survivors. Apparently they are camped not far from here. This soldier will lead us to them.
Prince Arundel, my lord, can it be you?
Soldier, what happened here? Is the king with you?
The Deadwalkers took us by surprise. The cold and the ice. We stood no chance. Almost all of the city has been invaded by the ice.
My father, where is the king?
Dead.
I know not, your highness, but a few of us were able to escape. Lord Commander Valen has built a camp close by the city.
Valen is here. Take us to his camp.
By your leave. Follow me, my lord.
My prince, we had lost all hope of seeing you return safe. We have no word from Bastion.
Bastion is lost, father.
So.
We came into this war too late. The general of the Alliance gave his life that I should escape with Relmar.
The deserter. What business did he have at Bastion?
The deserter was fighting, while you and your wondrous army waited, warm and safe, sat upon their asses. I hope the result is pleasing to you, Valen.
Silence, both of you. Relmar saved my life, Valen. For now, you will consider him pardoned.
By your will, my lord. And I see that you are escorted by the
Pardon
Blades.
indeed.
In truth, they are escorting the Red Scribes, but their presence is our good fortune. They have already once put the dead walkers to rout in the marshes. This man slew one of their generals before my very eyes. I will tell you more of this later. Now I must speak with my father. Where is he?
No one knows, my prince. The king was still in the royal palace when the river Estelduin fell upon the city.
The river? What happened?
'Twas like a great wave that froze all that it touched. We had seen the approach of the Deadwalkers' vanguard 4 days before, and we had raised Geraltos' defenses in preparation. Not even the sight of 10 juggernauts would have feared us, but we never dreamt that an Ice Lord would come to lead the assault himself. He walked calmly to within an arrow's flight of the gates, never once speaking. And then, the river rose up from its bed to form a gigantic cloud that hung up over Geraltos. We understood our peril too late. Near all of our soldiers stood atop the ramparts or in the streets when the ice cloud fell. All were frozen where they stood. That was his signal to launch their assault, but we were already vanquished. We fought to cover our retreat.
We
see.
must find the king.
I know, Prince, but every entry to the city is guarded, and we cannot risk being discovered.
It is clear we will not travel 200 paces if we do not first slay the sentinels close to the encampment. Only then will we be able to attempt to enter the city and save your father.
I'll go find your king for you.
Vulcan, did you hear me ask for volunteers? Our mission is over. The Red Scribes have screwed up from start to end. But they're in the hands of the Elven army now.
Captain, since we're here, we may as well make ourselves useful, right? And we have to get inside those walls if we want to know what happened to Wolf and the other blades we left here.
Ah, Vulcan. You have no idea what yourself into.
That is why I shall go with him. I grew up in this city. We shall help one another.
My prince, you know well it is my duty to object to you taking such a risk.
And you also know that your objections will change
Fair
nothing.
enough.
No man here knows the palace better than I. If my father is within, I will find him.
By your word, sire. But I fear most what other things you may find. I can but put my trust in your newfound champion to watch over your highness. Don't forget, you'll have to deal with those sentinels before you try anything else, Vulcan. Meanwhile, the lads will set up camp near the south gate.
Understood, Captain.
So Prince Arundel. Oh. How interesting. This is a route I've never taken before. Believe it or not, I've never done a true human run. The fact that Prince Arundel can even join me is new. At least to me. How do I... There we go. F. Got it. Sleep.
I have nothing to say to you, mercenary. You want to follow these gutless elves? That's your choice, not ours. Now leave us.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
Huh. If I knew how messed up everything was gonna be. You know what a pain in the ass it was hauling my cart here?
I bet. But we're lucky you followed us. We could do with a good smith.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, seeing what's left of the village, it's not like I had a choice. And with you around, business is better than ever. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
That's honestly good. Let me see what you have.
Made this time.
Just out of curiosity, 15, okay. Unaltered. And 11 fully altered. 12% with resistances. 3% with resistance to magic. 4% outright. 4% outright. Okay. That's unfortunate. Deception. I mean, it's a better crossbow, it just doesn't interrupt as much and has a chance of poisoning, right? I should probably... Actually, no, it's the same damage. It just has a chance to poison and loses a little bit of interruption value.
Hello, Vulcan. Let me see what you've made this time.
Interesting. Do I want that? Probably not. It's a really good chance of poison, though. Wyverns. That's so good, though. And I can always edit them to make them better again. I don't care about these so much. There's a good sword, though. It would cost everything I have to get those daggers. It's worth it. It's my main fighting style. Craft. Guard. Physical damage +3. Physical damage stealth. Chance to set on fire. Ability to interrupt. Chance of critical hit. Black Fang guards. Chance of crit. Go with that. Physical damage +1. Crits from behind. Chance of crit. Crit counter. Physical damage stealth. Palms of Wolfbite. Ability to interrupt. Physical damage stealth. Ability to interrupt. Chances of poisoning.
Hello, Vulcan.
I can probably make my money back by just farming. But Cleaver, sell. I do have to sell things. The Commander's Greaves. Swordsman's Helmet. Mercenary's Helmet. Alright.
I wish I could go out on a recon, but the captain says I have to stay here.
Yep. Fair enough.
What is it, Vulcan?
I wanted to ask you. The Blades who were in the city, do you think they made it?
I hope so. I really hope so. After all, they shouldn't have been taking part in the battle. With a bit of luck, they weren't in the front lines when the ice wave struck.
We can only hope.
The Ice Lords don't kill those they captured. Like to keep their prisoners close by. Let's hope that our lads are amongst them. Maybe we can free them.
Maybe.
What do you think of this situation?
The same as I always thought. That all of this fuss has made absolutely no difference. We are in the shite. And the only sensible thing to do is get the hell out of here as quick as possible.
You don't think we have any chance of winning?
How can you ask yourself that question? Standing in front of this devastation. Either you're blind or stupid. Good gods, a whole army was decimated in the blink of an eye.
Fair enough.
Let's change the subject. I have to go. Edwin, I need to speak to you.
What can I do for you?
I would like to ask you a few questions.
Do you have anything new?
Aren't you cold like that?
Is that your polite way of suggesting I'm indecently dressed?
I was simply concerned about your health.
Oh, how touching. But after having spent nights on end, trapped in a cage in the middle of the swamps, I can assure you that catching a cold is not highest on the list of things I worry about.
You know, that's fair.
I always hear people talking about the World Heart. What exactly is it?
First, forget all the children's stories about a friendly force for good, or its mythical dimension. The World Heart is very real. It is above all a source of power. It is from there that magic comes, as well as certain energies necessary for the proper functioning of our world. These energies can be captured and used. That is what magicians do. In their own way, each draws his power from the World Heart.
The demon insists we must purify it. That mean anything to you?
It's a good bet it is referring indirectly to the Ice Lords. As you know, those magicians have access to immeasurable power. This power has an origin and a cost. They drew it from the world heart with a veracity that is truly limitless. Each of the Ice Lord's
Still don't understand how your garments have even held up.
Imagine leeches sucking away endlessly on the energy which feeds them. To purify it, you'd have to rid the world heart of all those leeches.
So all we have to do is go to this place nobody knows and clean out the all-powerful magical parasites. Sounds like a plan to me. We're going to try to take back the town. Any suggestions?
Yes, of course. You'll need to locate a unicorn, a few leprechauns, and perhaps a fairy or two. They are your last, best hope for retaking the town.
So you're saying it's impossible?
You catch on quickly. The might of the entire elven army was swept away in a few minutes. The red scribes and freeborn blades are only a few dozen strong. Be realistic. Your allies are disintegrating. You'd be better off fleeing this place.
And then what? Wait for the
Reasonable.
poison rust? Put off dying another month or two until the Deadwalker army finds us?
You could hide yourself and learn how to control your demon. I could help you and speed your progress.
No way. I'm not gonna leave the others to die.
This incomprehensible affection for lost causes is going to be the death of you one day. But you could learn a few things in combat, I suppose.
Combat's the only way to learn.
What happened at Carolthas? Have you ever seen that before?
Wait until your enemies have gathered and then take them by surprise using magic. The attack on this city bears the mark of Black Frost. To cast a spell capable of freezing a river, he would have to be here in person. It's possible that he's still in the area. He could be your key to the world heart. Find him and eliminate him, and the door to your goal will open.
Interesting.
Thanks.
Okay, Q is dodge. Thank you.
Hey, Buffalo. I see nobody's managed to kill you yet.
Not before I've seen you blown up by one of your toys.
Have you had time to talk to the human soldiers?
Yes, but they didn't say much. I don't think they trust us, or the Red Scribes, or anyone for that matter. They were just as stupid as we were. They thought
Fair enough.
they could join up with a great army to be safe. As you can imagine, they're a little disappointed.
Do you think they'll stay?
I don't think they're in any mood to fight. Once they've seen to their wounded, they'll be out of here the first chance they get.
Fair enough.
I'm going.
The knight knows this region well. He came here once before while he was protecting a delegation from the Alliance on their way to visit with the King of the Elves. He would like to reconnoiter the area. He thinks he can find things that would be of great use to his friend.
Okay, but be careful.
If you can find something useful, go ahead. But remember, the position of the camp must stay secret, and try to come back in one piece.
Let Renzel reconnoiter.
Good day, even if the expression isn't necessarily appropriate. Can I help you?
Show me what you have.
What you have to sell.
Alas, not much. I'm missing so much equipment, but have a look. You might find something you like.
Royal Elven Scimitar, Leviathan, the Claw, Tracker's Breastplate, resistance to poison, Interruption resistance. Resistance to magic. Royal Guards gauntlets. Officers Greaves. Stronger. Okay. I must be honest, those pieces of equipment are very tempting. If I had the funds, I would probably acquire them. But alas, at the moment I have no funding. I used it all to improve my daggers.
Aren't you cold?
I've spent many winters in libraries with no heating. After that, you hardly notice the cold.
Fair
Which
enough.
reminds me, do you know if the library in the city is still intact?
No idea. You looking for any book in particular?
Not a book, many books. The elves have the most advanced culture in the world. Their libraries contain works of inestimable value. We should find them. They could be useful to us.
I have other things I gotta do first. I have to accompany the prince, remember? But I will try to go with you so you can find your books later. Promise.
That I appreciate.
Vulcan, I hope you've got good news.
Oh, not yet. Hold on.
I'll be going now.
Sorry.
Just in time, Vulcan. I'm afraid I need your help again. What happened to you now? To me, nothing. It's about my people. Have you ever heard of the Stone of Souls?
The Stone of Souls? No.
Worth a lot? No. I mean, yes. It's priceless, but it's not for sale. I'm not sure I follow you. I'll explain. Every elf possesses a Stone of Souls, which contains the memories and emotions from all the greatest moments of his life. These stones are passed from generation to generation. It's a way of preserving the memories of our people and of honoring our ancestors.
I see.
With all of those who died at Carolthas, there are thousands of stones abandoned in the city. We cannot just leave them there. You're no doubt the one who will be traveling to our city the most. If you could bring back as many of them as possible, I'd be eternally grateful. Actually, all of my people will be in your debt. At least the ones who still live.
I'll take care of it.
I'll take care of it. Don't expect to see me dancing around with a wheelbarrow full of rocks. That would in fact be an amusing sight. But I do get your meaning. Whenever you can, check the bodies of elves you come across and collect the stones.
I will.
Even if we manage to save only a very few, we will at least preserve some of the memories of my people. I'll see what I can do. I'll leave you here.
Of this I appreciate.
Vulcan, I hope you've got good news.
I'll be going now.
Yeah, I'll be going.
Do you have a moment? I wanted to ask you a few things.
Is there anything else you have to say?
Let's change the subject.
Never mind, we're good.
Later.
A good day to you, mercenary.
Good day. Okay.
Greetings, mercenary. What can I do for you?
Can I have a look at your stuff?
Show me what you got, dog. You have no equipment. You do have potions. And you have, okay, ingredients. Not the best. But still not nothing. Speak to Sentinel? Alright. With this, I suppose we'll head out. Okay, so a new one with shields on its back. That's fair enough. It's not exactly. Ouch. Okay. Ouch. Okay. A good wake up. Proof that I'm a little rusty. Yep, come on, drop this again. I am still hidden this time. It's so close, yet so far. In fact, he's just standing there like that. I did not mean to use that, but whatever. It works. Come on. Just gotta handle it slowly.
We'll be watching this sector. Thank you for your help, Berserker.
Yep, you're welcome. Collect as many elf souls as possible. Give me that, thank you. Okay. So he's kind of like Randall. He's melee based and he doesn't really have anything good going for him. Like, I like Randall as a character, but I don't like the way he fights in combat. just casually assaulting them at this point. That one felt good. I like it. Getting the feel for combat again is what's going to take the longest, I think. Especially after such a long break. Because last time we did something on a Thursday, we played Thai. So we kind of took a massive break. That's interesting. Totally forgot I can sprint. Out of my way. I want you dead. Thank you. Ouch. Yeah, that's fair. I don't even... Oh, the explosion. I was gonna say, that's a crazy amount of crits I just did. Alright. We're gonna need to recover after that fight, though. We need time. And plenty of it, because youch my health. Anything in this corner? No. I'm gonna unnumb my fingers again. Can at least handle that much. Alright. Feeling. I'm missing one. Unless it just didn't drop one. Ah, well. It is what it is, I guess. Sneaky, sneaky, sneak. I tried to dodge it. I really did. Alright. Trying real hard to dodge. Kinda kicking my butt. If I didn't regen health, I would have been long dead by now. Yep.
We got a problem. Trying to force our way through would be a terrible error. We would alert the whole city.
We have to find another way.
I see. Okay. In that case... we can't go that way, that's fine. There's nothing down here, this was a worthless endeavor. There's nothing up here. This is a fairly straightforward fight. If we can catch that one with a sneak attack. In the way, Prince. Yeah, that was fairly easily done. The one just giving up after a second there really helped out. I see you up there. Didn't I already do this area? So they already respawned here? Well, not all of them, but at least some of them have. I think there were 2 shield guys over there last time, too. No, there were 2 more archers, weren't there? Give me that. Heck yeah, thank you. Ouch. You and you're exploding. I really don't like that. It takes so much of my HP. Of course. this, thank you. Surround them and everything will go fine. There we are. Yep, another double shielder. It's fine. Oh my goodness, you have a lot more health than I anticipated. Alright. Yep, I know. Ouch. Ouch. Swapping dual sword did not help. I'm very bad with sword. Yep, give me this again. We will manage, it'll be fine. Just using perfect dodges. Ah, fuck! Come on! Ouch. Alright. Minor struggle. But we'll make do. We'll make do like this. Got him. Alright.
Thanks for the help, mercenary. We're going to keep watching this sector.
Nice. Okay. We got that done now. Which I believe means we need to return. Because now that we've done this, we probably take back an ally. One that's more useful. Ouch. You know, I didn't realize they shoot more than one arrow. It's my bad. I can admit that. Man, it's crazy that we're almost out of time for the day again already. You know, I'd move to dodge that. Still got poison, but that's fine. We can at least return now and take someone into the city.
The Deadwalker's sentinels are no longer a problem, for now.
It's a start, but the main door is still out of reach. But
Now we're free to approach the city and look for another way in.
Until the guard changes, or until they realize they haven't heard from them for a while and stronger patrols come down on us like a ton of bricks.
The die is cast. We have to go fast and be ready to fight to get our city back.
That's
if there
fair.
is a way in, you can bet the Deadwalkers have secured it. Those abominations are everywhere.
Not necessarily. They're pretty careless when they don't have a general behind them telling them what to do. Victory will have
That's also
softened them
fair.
a bit. As long as nobody raises the alarm, we should be able to count on that.
Let's hope so. And while we're on this subject, there's something else you can do for us.
Ask away.
The Deadwalkers still control the main road. One of the towers you took is near one of their barricades. When the undead notice they've lost contact with their sentinels, that tower will be the first on their list of places to visit, and it won't hold out for long. The soldiers I posted there will do their duty to the end, but if we could eliminate the barricade to gain as much time as possible, it would be a lot better for us.
Save your spit. The barricade's no longer a problem. It was in my way, too.
Really? Excellent. Now we can keep watch everywhere on the steps.
Fair enough.
I'll be going now.
Let's go. Tracker's gloves. It's better. That's also better. It's also better. Fair enough. Chance of crit. Pardon. Good grief. Two points. Let's just get apothecary. Which, thank goodness.
Mercenary, I owe you my life. I'll never forget that.
I appreciate that.
I'll be going now.
Vulcan, I have to talk to you about Edwin. I saw you getting friendly with her. You should be more careful.
Friendly, my
She's not
ass.
what she pretends to be.
I know she's not playing straight with us. She's got her little secrets, just like everyone else.
You don't understand. It's a lot more serious than little secrets. I found some very worrying information in one of the last books I read. 200 or 300 years ago, there were other groups of sages and magicians, like the Red Scribes. One of these orders was called the White Lords.
So you think that they were the ancestors of the Ice Lords or something? What does that have to do with Edwin?
I'm getting to that. The White Lords lived in the north of Vertiel, out in the ice. We know little about them. For a long time it was believed they had disappeared. But in reality, they somehow transformed themselves. And in one of the books that I consulted, I found an engraving of a woman, one of their leaders. It was the portrait of that witch.
It is suspicious. We'll have to check it out.
Since you seem so close to her, try to find out more about her past. How old is she? Where was she born? You know, just something, anything that might give her away.
I will have to be careful so she doesn't get wise to me.
Keep me informed, but believe me, I'm almost sure it is her.
Okay.
See you later.
Fair enough. And Edwin, unless I'm mistaken, is over there. Can I get through? God damn. Nope, not there.
need to speak to you.
What can I do for you?
I would like to ask you a few questions. Thanks.
Okay. Fair enough. Nothing left to share, really. Bum bum bidum bum bum bidum bum. Yep.
Sybil, can I talk to you?
Yes?
Please come with me.
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
What do you want to know?
See you later.
How can I help you, mercenary?
Am I just stuck with you until we make more progress?
How did you get out of your coma in the village?
I don't know. All I know is that I opened my eyes and heard the sound of fighting.
I see.
I just had the time to grab my weapon and get out into the village square. It looked like the general of the Deadwalkers was waiting for me. Sometimes the sense of duty is more powerful than the pain of wounds.
Maybe
That's
the
fair.
cure we made finally worked.
Relmar told me about that. Maybe you saved my life twice, not just once. Who knows? In any case, I owe you a lot. I won't forget it.
That's fair.
I'll be going now.
So I seem to be stuck with him, and that's my bad. Man. So my only option seems to be going this way. Yeah, because I can't go to the Coralthus gates. Because that's being patrolled. So instead, we have to go. We have to go. Or not. Where do we go? Alright, quickly take this one out. And we're going where? Pass by. I tried. my best to get away, and I just couldn't. Alright, give me all of this. Oh hey, I know this guy. Oh, fuck. Hopefully this isn't too far back. No, it's right here. Good. Well, hello there.
Now I've seen everything. The Deadwalkers kicking each other's asses.
Good morning, Star. How's it going?
What? This one talks. What the hell are you, a lich? A zombie scribe?
We've only known one another a few
It's my favorite character, Mathras.
Charming, I must say.
If you aren't one of them, then what are you?
I am an immortal superior spirit. And you?
So you're an Ice Lord. I thought you'd be taller or something.
I have absolutely no involvement with that bunch of cheapskate conjurers, and I would never humiliate myself by working for them, since that's what you seem to be suggesting.
Yeah? Rotting flesh, sticking out bones? You sure as hell look like a damn Deadwalker to me.
Tut tut. Did no one ever tell you not to judge a book by its cover? It's true that you're young, but use your wits. Would I be fighting my own troops if what you suggest were the truth?
All I can be sure of is that you're not really alive, and that makes you my enemy. And what's more, you're in my way.
Hi, okay. Man. One, I forgot I have to fight him. Two, my health is not ready for this. Alright, deal with these first. It'll save us a lot of grief. Go next, then you.
Now I've seen it.
Alright, that was cheap. I need this. While we're at it, I'm gonna do this. Because I need to wail on you a little bit before you be my ally.
Enough! I yield. This rotting body will not survive more punishment. In all my 6,000 years, I have never witnessed such power. You seem to be as unique a being as I am. What is the source of your power? What are you?
I have a demon inside me.
Inside me. A creature of flame that claims to come from the World Heart.
How fascinating. Even if the term demon seems to lack precision. Nonetheless, I must confess that in spite of my vast knowledge, I have no idea what this entity really is. At last, something interesting. I was almost dying of boredom. I suspect that exploring what's inside you will probably be quite exciting. No, don't speak. I'm coming with you. I can't wait to find out more about your case.
I can't
Fair
have you
enough.
tagging along with me right now. I have something to do in the city. Wait for me back at the camp. We'll talk about what we think you and I are later on.
Yes, I've seen where your camp is. Actually, it's quite surprising the Deadwalkers haven't noticed it yet. However, I suspect my unannounced arrival might pose a slight problem for your brothers in arms.
Yeah, I guess with your face, they might not welcome you with open arms. Just tell them I sent you.
Alright.
Try to behave.
Very well. Do you know your way into the city? There's a
Da-da-da.
not far from here. I'll show you where it is on your map.
Thanks.
Today, we've got a strawberry banana flavored water mixed with instant coffee and a little bit of, what the heck was it? I don't remember. Man, now I have to go back just to handle that. It's been too long since I made it. Strawberry banana flavored water mixed with instant coffee, mixed with, I believe, a peach tea. There's peach in there somewhere, and I don't remember where. Man. Slide around. Freest death I've ever seen. Be patient. Absolutely not having that. Thank you. And I'm not getting hit by your explosion this time either. I'm sick of being poisoned by you. Do still need to. I need to see if Randall's back yet too. He's not. Okay. That's its own set of problems. Spoke and was not aggressive. It claimed you had sent it.
Yes, he's a potential ally. Don't sweat it.
Alright, so with the red scribes, so over here, got it. Ooh. That's nice. Further, I'm guessing.
Mithras, do you have a moment?
My dear, I have all of eternity.
I love him so much.
Who are you exactly?
I am Mithras, immortal and unique.
Right. So why aren't you out there hanging out with your Deadwalker friends?
First of all, I don't have any pals. I'm a little too old for that. Secondly, I find your implication that I'm associated with them most unpleasant. I have nothing in common with those dead things. I've been around for over 6,000 years, and I'm still very much alive, thank you.
The camera flap.
I admit this body is looking a little worn.
6,000 years old. Hey, you don't look a day over 250.
You flatterer. I did, however, lose a toe this morning. Nonetheless, these dead walkers are simply corpses as they're animated by magic.
Yeah.
Whereas I am an immortal spirit who changes bodies when they wear out. There's absolutely no similarity.
Well, in this situation, would you not think he's a pawn of the giant icy necromancers?
That's awful. You steal bodies?
Alas, voluntary donations are hard to come by. If you hear of any, do let me know. I'm on the lookout. But if it reassures your delicate sensibilities, I generally choose dead bodies.
That's actually fair.
I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Question time.
What happened to the Elven King?
I think he was simply lacking in strength of will and determination. They transformed him into an arch-lich. It's a particularly delicate and extremely dangerous magical process.
Ooh.
That can only be performed by an Ice Lord. It can only be performed on an elf, and then only one who is desperate to live.
How so?
Elves have many flaws, but most of them do have a very profound sense of duty.
Interesting.
If an elf believes he is going to be tortured to make him reveal the secrets of his people, for example, he can literally will himself to die. It would seem that this king was desperate to continue living at any price, rather than dying with honor. That is what allowed them to turn him into an arch-lich.
Interesting.
How are things with Sybil?
What a charming young girl. Her hunger for knowledge reminds me of myself in the distant past, when I was young and still living in my first body. I imagine that if I still felt any physical desires, I would happily give her a good few hours of one-on-one experimental physical training. And it seems to me that she's rather more interested in getting your attention. At any rate, she is by far the most interesting red scribe I've met in the past 300 years, though I fear that may not be much of a compliment, given their legendary incompetence.
Do you have any idea about what I am becoming?
In all my long lives, I've never seen your like. Even the term demon seems to be designed to cause confusion. I have seen real
Fair
demons
enough.
when I lived as a war drum player amongst the dwarves.
Dwarves are just legend. You're yanking my chain.
They are not.
It would be churlish to mock someone when it is so easy. Thus the dwarves did exist, and I was once one of them. They used to use these little creatures, barely the size of toddlers, in their enormous forges. They were little red creatures with tiny horns and a wicked air about them. You see, they were able to survive in the flames. The dwarves called them demons. You look a little like one of them, only much bigger. And you have an even more pronounced affinity with fire. I'm reserving judgment about the wicked attitude. I believe this affinity with flames is no coincidence. You are clearly a response, a weapon, and your purpose is to face the Ice Lords. It is entirely possible that you are the fruit of an attempt to rebalance the forces of nature. Alas, I have no idea which entity is behind all of this.
Very interesting.
Talk to you later.
I'm always glad. You're always... You have so much to say. There's a chest around here somewhere and I don't know where. But it's marked right there. I can seize it. They also seem to have one somewhere. Are they above? Is there a way up? Is that what's happening? Actually, hold on.
I'll be going now.
I got the Ranger's helmet, which is slightly lighter and gives me resistance to poison. That's really all it does. Interesting.
Well, well, you again. Can I help you?
Yes, I have things to sell.
Show me what you have to sell.
Alas, not much. I'm missing so much equipment, but have a look. You might find something you like.
Allow me to sell you my wares. Please, good sir. I'm a very simple person. Sell. Serpent's tongues. I must have picked these up at some point. Let's see, I added 4 to this one, so these are definitely worse. Ringer. Commander's armor. Commander's gauntlets. Let's see. Legionary's helmet. Very good. Oh. A little bit of a stutter there. I think those chests are actually just people that sell things.
Edwin, I need to speak to you.
Hey Edwin.
What can I do for you?
Just out of curiosity.
I would like to ask you a few questions. What's the story with this Mathras guy? Who is he?
It's hard to say. He's one of the living dead. Of that I'm completely certain. But he is able to do things no other species of revenant has ever done before. You must understand that necromancy, the magic that allows the dead to be reanimated, is based upon one principle: giving energy to lifeless bodies. Mathras functions differently somehow. It is not his body that has been brought back to life, but rather his mind, which has survived his body.
He says he's 6,000 years old. You believe that?
It is entirely possible. His spirit is in theory immortal. This magic is far different from that which is practiced in Vertial. Instead of drawing energy from the world heart, he draws energy directly from the body he is possessing.
Could that have anything to do with the Ice Lords or my demon?
Absolutely not.
Fair enough.
Thanks.
You're an actual font of knowledge, as is he. We've only got maybe 20 minutes. But I would like to progress a little further through this area. Just have some patience. Much better. Okay. I'm just getting better in general at dodging the longer I play, and then I'll revert back to as if I've never played the game before, but the next time I get ready to start. Sometimes being cheesy is the best way to do things. There's that one. Deal with this. And then you on next. Ouch. Draining mana. I hate that. Although it's not as bad as poison is, honestly. I can kind of survive without mana. The health is infinitesimally more important to me. Take our time here. Alright, where are we headed now? Okay, so both quests want me up there. Okay, the double guards there, that's fair. You can handle them in time. I have no right at all going unnoticed there. Absolutely none. Oh, well. I did not mean to sheath my weapons and cancel that. Okay. It's not too terrible. Really quickly, I want to see if I missed anything over here. No, okay. Pay a little bit more attention. Nope, fully looted. Got it. Ranger's vest. She got better defense. A little bit of poison resistance. Alright. I'll take it. I'm gonna wind up in like full ranger garb eventually, I think. Started late today, so it's gonna be a shorter stream.
This city is an open grave.
What have they done to my city? A
A curse upon them all!
We'll be lucky if we find any survivors.
Find King Aranville. It's honestly fair. I'm really hoping I would really like to get you out of my party, I'm not gonna lie. You're almost useless to me. Well, I would rather have Sybil or Mathras as opposed to you. Oh. I was not expecting spirits. This time I was expecting the spirit. That took a moment. Reapers? Not as good as the ones I got. Got it. Ranger's gloves. Versus Tracker's gloves. My Ranger's gloves are better. Devourer. Don't want it. Oh, I already fought here. Got it. So I've dealt with that pathway. Alright. Let's... Interesting. At least we landed somewhere where we can get the drop on them. I would like to kill one of those two first. Slaughter the other one. I just need you to turn around, and I can probably get one of them. There we are. Got it. Ooh. Feels so good dodging. When you get the perfect parry or the perfect dodge, it just feels so rewarding.
Hey, you! Help us!
You're free now. Go on.
Hey, this way. You're a human. What are you doing here? And how? But it's the prince. Look out! Up there!
better.
You there!
Shh! Keep it down. There are still patrols around. We're looking for the king. Where is he?
He's dead. You can't stay here, Prince. The city's not safe. Get us out of here, please! They might send us to their camps at any time.
I see.
Go on. The way is clear. Hurry up and get to the support pillar in the north. There's a passageway there. Once you're outside, go east to the cliff. That's where the survivors have their camp.
Alright, but what do we do if we come across a patrol?
We can't go with you guys, but I'll give you some tips on how to get out of this. To start with, don't bunch up. Send a scout out front and keep someone in back to watch behind you. And above all, make sure you stay quiet. The living dead aren't particularly watchful. If you stay in the shadows and you're careful, you'll be okay.
Thank you, mercenary.
If you take my advice, you should be just fine. We'll meet up again back at the camp. Good luck.
Well, let's hope they get through that. I don't particularly care if they live or die, but I'm sure the elves would. Honestly, them adding elements and stuff to the monsters is great. It keeps you on your toes, but also they could have just added more types of monsters as opposed to just elements. I mean, it's well done for what it is, and it makes sense based on the plot line. They're close to their master, therefore they're getting stronger, yada yada yada. But still. Ooh. Come on. Ouch. It was worth it. My mana's disappearing so fast. I could have sworn I already dealt with these, but here's what it is. Is there anything in here? No. Okay. In that case, we're more or less. But we're out of time, so we have to kind of stop here, unfortunately. The knives look cool, yeah. They're called the Wyverns or something like that. They're the best knives I can get at the moment. I spent pretty much every penny I had at the time. Although I've made that back and then some now. Hold on. Ranger's boots. They're just better boots. Yeah, they're called the Wyverns. They're one of the fancy ones you have to buy. I debated buying the sword instead, but it's just because of the damage value. But I've basically gone full into knives, so I might as well. Alright. Let's actually straight up overwrite this because I swapped out a piece of equipment. Unfortunately, I'm out of time today. It was a much shorter stream today because I got started way later, but it'll be fine. There's always next week. And there's also tomorrow. Star, are we playing Monster Hunter tomorrow? Yeah, alright. So yeah, there'll be tomorrow, Monster Hunter. Let's see. Who's live today? Who are we rating it to? Resident Evil, Stardew Valley, Wild Assault, Mech Warrior 5, Dead by Daylight, or Marvel Rivals, Death Stranding 2. What sounds fun today, guys? Stardew Valley? Alright. In that case, we're gonna raid into our lovely lad, Rob the Fox. I think Rob's playing with a friendo or two. I can't really tell. Maybe a couple of friendos, but go show some support, stay safe, don't do nothing too terribly crazy. I think Rob's playing with some mods. I see things that I don't recognize from Stardew Valley. Bye-bye.